Hi everyone, Mark Igo here with your MassHSHockey.com weekly recap. We hope to bring you a weekly recap every Friday, and we'll be posting a game of the week every Monday. So you can come to the website and catch those, and then obviously on a daily basis you can catch all the updated stats and rankings for the teams across the state. The season's just underway and things are still pretty fluid within the divisions and the rankings, but we're going to start over in the Women's Division 1, where we're going to find Woburn and St. Mary's, the top two teams in last year's state championship, again falling at the top two seeds here early in the season. The Women's Division 1 is a lot deeper this year and hopefully a lot more competitive, so we'll see if there's anybody in the rankings that can move up and try to knock off either Woburn or St. Mary's. Moving over to the Women's Division 2, we find 2010 finalist Bonbon Ducks at the top at 5-0-1, with Wellesley and Duxbury trailing just behind them. Last year's 2010 state championship in the Division 2, Winchester is right behind them at number 4 with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Okay, leading the way this year in Men's Division 1 is Malden Catholic. Malden Catholic came flying out of the gate, clearly with a chip on their shoulder, and has grabbed hold of the number 1 seed with a 6-1 record. They've scored 49 goals in their first 7 games, so obviously they're making a statement. Severian and Catholic Memorial are right behind them, with number 4 dark horse this year being Weymouth, making some noise in the rankings early here in the season and potentially making a run at the state championship. Last year's state champion, a public school, Hingham High School, is right in the pack at 4-0-3 and coming in at number 7 this week, but certainly looking to work their way back up to the top. Don't forget to visit our poll on the rankings page on MassHSHockey.com, where you can go in and vote for your top team and the team that you think will go on to win the state championship in Division 1 as well as the Super 8 finals. In Men's Division 2, Peabody finds itself at the top spot today at 5-0, with Newburyport 6-0 right behind them. Newburyport was a state finalist last year, and they're closing in on Peabody early here in the season. Last year's state champion, the Canton Bulldogs, is coming out at 3-0-1. Certainly a good start for them, but they find themselves currently ranked at number 14. At the top of Division 3, we have no surprise here, with last year's 2010 state champions Longmeadow leading the way at 6-0. Longmeadow off to a great start. Westwood right behind them in the number 2 spot at 5-1-1. And then last year's runner-up in the states, Scituate Sailors, are coming in the 3 slot at 3-1-1. Two teams that are really off to a great start are Hudson and Dartmouth. Hudson and Dartmouth both coming in at 6-0 to start the season and clearly making their way and making some noise within the Division 3 standing. All right, some changes brewing over in the Division 3A standings this year, with Oakmont Narragansett, last year's champion, starting off the season at 2-2-2 and coming in at number 16 this week. Obviously, they've got some work to do in order to climb themselves back to the top, where they're going to find Groton Dunstable at 4-0, and last year's state champion finalist Holyoke at 6-0, coming in as the number 2 seed this week. So some work to be done in the Division 3A standings. Just a reminder that we're still looking for weekly stats and rosters from all the teams out there. If you have your own team site and you want to email us a link to that site, we'll put that link up on your team page so that the fans can go back and forth, but we would like to post your team rosters and stats up on the website. So if you can email those over to info@MassHSHockey.com, we're happy to post those, and certainly any questions or comments, you can also send those to info@MassHSHockey.com. Okay, that's going to wrap up this week's recap. So don't forget to head out to your rinks this weekend, catch some of the big games that are going on with your local high school teams. If you missed the games, you can always come back to MassHSHockey.com to catch all of the scores and any changes in the rankings and divisions. We'll be back with you on Monday with our game of the week, and I'll be back with you next Friday with next week's recap.